Welcome back to Adri's Farmhouse Kitchen. In this vlog, I'm showing you some part of the February last weeks of Pantry Challenge, what I'm participating with Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead. And nearly every day now, since the girls started laying, we are having one of our favorite breakfasts, what is fried egg on either sourdough bread or, as today, naan bread. And we are going back, well, since Alan's accident, not that often, but we still go back maybe once or a couple of times a week to the old house, probably less now, since we've got the chickens here. And I still managed to harvest all these lovely greens and kohlrabi, what I'm just getting ready now. Actually, we're running low, so I think this weekend, it's March, 1st of March, this Saturday, I cannot believe it. We going back, I might take you actually with me and we can do like a little cheeky March garden tour in my old garden. Let's see what it looks like. I think we might have a surprise there. I think the purple sprouting broccoli is now ready because last time I've been there, it was very close. So, but in Napolitan, I still got some kale and greens, as you can see. I have also noticed the wild garlic was up. So I'm sure we can have some wild garlic harvested as well. And some onion tops, a little bit of sorrel, maybe a couple of varieties of kale, the dinosaur and red Russian. Probably, I'm hopeful, we're gonna have some purple sprouting broccoli. And we still got a few kohlrabi there as well. So it just fills me with so much joy how we can still eat this kind of food in February. And I'm topping this up with my homemade mayonnaise, and that is going to be a side of our fried egg and naan bread for today, what we're going to have for breakfast. What I have noticed yesterday, actually, few of my chickens are eating eggs, and this is a big problem when you keep in chickens, especially when you notice it once. It's an ongoing problem, friends. Some people, even like my parents and grandparents, always suggested to, get rid of those chickens because that's going to be ongoing and we'll just encourage the rest to eat them. Well, I'm not surprised their eggs delicious. But, if let's say I'm not going to check in a few times a day and take those eggs, they will eat it by the end of the day. I've never had this problem. I remember my mom and dad, when I talk to them weekly, they say like, the chicken's eating all these eggs again and I need to go certain times. And I'm like, I just don't get rid of those and, just fix it easy. Some people do other things like feel like, some... But I don't know, I've heard mustard and all sorts they put on eggs, so try to stop them eat those eggs. But yeah, I'm now in this problem myself, so we'll see how it goes. But yesterday I actually caught the chicken literally cracking the egg and eating it. So we only had 2 eggs yesterday, but I think if they would have not eaten those eggs, we probably would have 4 or 5 eggs daily now, what is plenty for my small family. And I don't mind if they eat few eggs, it's good for them, but as long as they leave me some. What most bothers me actually, the mess they make in the nesting boxes. So often I need to change the nesting boxes because soon they crack the eggs, it's just a mess. But yeah, I just thought I'll share this with you. Otherwise, we love having the chickens. And I am very curious actually when the turkeys start laying as well. Our breakfast is now ready. I really enjoy this breakfast, and actually we both really enjoy the breakfast since the girls started laying. We are having a couple of eggs a day now. We have eggs every day, although I have noticed yesterday that my chickens are eating eggs. One particular chicken I've noticed eating eggs. I'm not surprised because their eggs delicious, but it's not a good thing, because that's going to be an ongoing problem, what I probably have to deal with very soon. After the lovely breakfast, we are now we are making bread. Today I have planned making sourdough sandwich bread and naan bread. The barley and the wheat I'm using making my grain meal made delicious naan bread, and the bread flour I have made delicious sandwich bread. So I am really enjoy making my own flour. I literally just started doing it maybe couple of months ago. I have finally decided to invest for grain meal. So what I am doing now, I am mixing bread flour and lukewarm water together. I was eyeballing the recipe, so I don't know how much I'm using. I'm showing you the sourdough starter. That's so important in bread making. I think the most important thing is the sourdough starter when it's in a perfect condition to use it. Because when it's when it's not ready, or sometimes when it goes over and it just collapses, honestly, I don't know how to explain it, but you want it like nice and fluffy and bubbly. That's when you're gonna have the best result. I am using rock salt today using this bread recipe, and I honestly don't know the amount in grams or how much I've used, because I'm just literally look at the dough and just making it all up. But the first time I have managed to do an amazing sourdough sandwich bread, because when I make sandwich bread I usually use a bit of yeast if I want that sandwich bread to turn out perfect. But what I have done different this time, I'm not sure if my kitchen is colder. It's usually a summertime the bread it's better because of how it's rising, quicker rising, and it just turns out better at the summertime. But I left the dough out all night instead of putting to the fridge, and then by the morning I came down, it literally doubled if not just over doubled in size. And then I reshaped it, put it in that bread pan, left it to rise again, and on the same day then I baked it. And it didn't turn out exactly like the yeasted sourdough sandwich bread, but it was very close and we really, really enjoyed it. So now I'm switched to my hands, made it as a dough, and I'm going to leave and rest this and put it in a fridge. And the next couple of days, up to 5 days, it gets a bit sour every day, more sour, but we really enjoy it. So I just roll it like a little ball, and I'm just putting out on a floured surface and making a naan bread and just use it as we need it. So I'm making fresh every time we would like to eat naan bread. And the dough, it's absolutely fine up to 5 days in the fridge. So yeah, I'm gonna have an accident in a minute. I'm gonna knock off from that side corner. Thank God we've used it. So it was already a tiny bit left in that sourdough starter. So as soon as I knock that off, oops, here we go. I'm gonna have to clean this up. It took me a while. It was everywhere on the wall, on the agar, but it's okay. So that's why I like to have more sourdough starter going. So if anything happened to one, I still got some others to use. And today I had 2 going because we've just started making the sandwich bread actually. And luckily we had that one as well. And I'm also having quite a few in the fridge as well, so I'm covered from experience. I used to only have one, but an accident happened like this. I've lost it and I had to start it all over again, and that wasn't fun. So now I've learned that the best to do, just keep few sourdough starter going in different dishes or mugs or whatever you put it in a glass, But yeah, I am a bit clumsy, especially because it's, so much going on always everywhere in my life. Everything is full. I so admire when some people I watch on YouTube and they've got like this absolute clean kitchen and nothing around. Actually, for me, that is like too clean. I don't know. I feel good when everything is on display, and I honestly do so many projects every day that if I would have to put everything away and bring it out, I would be just exhausted. But we're all different, so yeah. Okay, so now I am ready to put it in a KitchenAid and give it a good mix. I've decided to use the KitchenAid on this one. Probably about 10 minutes, 8-10 minutes. Within those time, it became an absolutely amazing dough, and then we just covered it with shower cup. I'm adding a bit of lukewarm water, the sourdough starter, and the salt. The same to this one as well, exactly the same, then to the naan bread mixture, and I'm just going to leave it to it. Right, also now I'm really low on this sourdough starter, but I'm just stirring now, so I'm just added a little bit more water and some more bread flour, and that will be ready for me to make some more bread later on today or tomorrow. But that's done now, so I'm just going to put a little bit of oil on my hands, because it's just easier to take the dough off the KitchenAid dough attachment, and I'm just going to make it as a little ball on the bottom of that pan and cover it with a shower cap and just leave it to it. My next job is I have decided to use up the Crown Prince winter squash, because just started to go a little bit bad, so I just cut the bad bit off and the rest was absolutely amazing. I'm taking out the seeds in the middle. The chickens really enjoy this actually, and I'm just going to roast this in my Aga in the roasting oven. First I've put it in for about half an hour, and then I took it out and added a little bit of oil and salt on it and put it back for another, I think it was an hour, another 40 minutes or an hour, and it turned out delicious. I honestly, we've sown these seeds last year about April time, harvested the winter squash in the autumn, and it lasts so well in my pantry in a cold room. I've still got, just wait till you see the pantry tour, I've still got loads in there and it's perfect condition. For dinner we're going to have spicy tomato soup and Tomatillo goat with black rice and naan bread. So I'm just going to heat up the soup first, and then we're going to make the naan bread. I'm going to share this with Al, so it's a little bit of soup and a little bit of the Tomatillo goat, and I'm going to have the rice with both and a naan bread with both as well. I'm going to share this dough. I've got plenty in the fridge if we need more. But if we make small ball, 4 balls, I mean, so we can have one each with the soup and one each with the main. I really enjoy this homemaking and home cooking and growing our own food. That's, I think, my biggest passion in life, honestly. It's so satisfying, and you know what you feed in your family and you know your body with all this lovely organic food. It's just the best feeling. I enjoy making bread and learning about all the different, flours now and grains. Probably I'm gonna be a bit more adventurous, and I'm gonna make or start to use other grains. But yeah, we'll see what's happened. At the moment, I am in the beginning of my milling journey, and one day, hopefully, even we can grow our own wheat. I don't know. We'll see what's happened. But yeah, so I'm just making it as a little bowl in a floured surface and just keep just rolling it and turn it around, make it kind of nice and round, and just fry it out in a cast iron frying pan for literally a few minutes on each side. I am getting ready the dinner now. We're gonna have the spicy tomato soup first and the tomatillo goat next. I've used up that black rice in my Instant Pot. Honestly, I love my Instant Pot for making rice. It's so quick and so delicious. So we're gonna have the rice with both of our meals tonight. We shared it with Dal because it was only like one portion, so that was like 2 small little portions for each meal. We really enjoyed it. So a bit of rice in the bottom of the pot plate, and put the soup over, and I've served this with naan bread. And I've done the same with the tomatillo goat. I've just heated that up in my pan. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I haven't got microwave, so I need to heat up everything on my Aga, but I enjoy it. And tomatillo goat was absolutely delicious with the rice as well and a naan bread. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me, making up all these lovely meals in the Pantry challenge, and see you very soon. Bye friends!